Everyone, I'm Sandra Duboscq. I'm working in Pauillac, in Médoc, in a laboratory, Oenocentre Pauillac, which is specialized in enologic analysis. So I'm a consultant winemaker, means that I'm consulting about 40 properties in Médoc, from the smallest to big ones like 100 hectares. So I'm here to talk about 2019 vintage. 2019 is, I would say, on the same, follows the same pattern as 2016 and 18. I wouldn't say that it's between both. It's just that it follows the same pattern in terms of climate. The common points of the climate between these three vintages starts in winter. We had, on these 3 years, a lot of rain between December and June, which is good because that means that we have a lot of reserves. But the characteristic of the 3 years compared to before 2016 is that we get sometimes almost all the water we need, we get in 1 year in this 6 months. So that's the characteristic of these 3 years. The second one is that in summer, in the 3 vintages, we had a dry, very dry summer, very hot summers. So that's why 2019 is following the same pattern as 2016 and 18. In terms of results, we're actually quite happy because it seems that it works with the grapes. Means that we get some really good ripening. So 2019 is for me a very lucky vintage. Very lucky because we got a lot of rain in spring, which usually gives us a lot of diseases. But in 2019, because the climate is changing, maybe, we've got a lot of wind now. And every time it was raining, right after there was wind. So we didn't have that much diseases, for example, like in 2018. So that's the first lucky point. The second lucky point is the rain. We got rain exactly at the right moment in 2019. Means that during the dry summer, from mid-June to mid-September, we got rain exactly at the right moment. In the Véraison first, at the beginning of August, it was almost blocked. The grapes were not going anywhere. But we got a day of rain, like 30 to 50 mils, and it unblocked completely the situation. So that's the first lucky rain. The second lucky rain occurred mid-September. And mid-September, it's funny because we don't usually get this sort of weather, but at the beginning of September, we got a really dry period as well. And the grapes started to shrink. And we got this rain mid-September of 30 mils, which blocked completely the situation again. So that's a lucky vintage. That's also a very fast vintage because at the end, when it was time to pick, we got a phenomenon that we never observed. At the end of August, in 1 week, we took something like 2 points in alcohol, sometimes more, which really we never observed that. So the maturity went really fast at the end. And because of this second lucky rain, mid-September, it increased the speed of the maturity again. So I would say that it's this new vintages that we get since 2016. Very ripe, very fast, unusual for us, and we say exceptional. Some may say that we always say it's exceptional in Bordeaux, but I would say that because of the climate change, maybe what was exceptional before is getting normal now, and which will be exceptional is to make bad vintages, maybe, we can hope. But it's true that since 2016, we got 3 vintages already that look the same. So in terms of quality of must and grapes, we had some really good results, of course. And usually we say in Médoc that the Cabernet is giving the structure and the bones and the Merlot is giving the flesh. And this year, and it's the first time I can see that, both grape varieties gave a bit of everything. Like the Merlots were very powerful and very full-bodied, but at the same time, they gave some really, really fine tannins, and they were very class, very, very interesting. And the fruit is beautiful as well, very fresh and very pure. In Cabernet, we had tannins, of course, because it's the characteristic of Cabernet, but it also gave a lot of creamy characteristic, very silky tannins. It's really, really, really good. And for the second or third year now, we've got some really good Cabernet Franc as well, which is not common in Médoc, I can tell you. So we have, once again, some may say that we always say in Bordeaux it's exceptional, but since I'm here, I've been working here since 2006. I can see really a change in 2016. Like before 2016, we were making some very exceptional ones, but sometimes, you know, it was 5 vintages on 10 maybe, but it was going faster to get these good vintages again. But since 2016, we're definitely changed pattern of climate, and that's really for me the main point. Like in 2020, for example, we already got the water for the year, maybe, but it rained a lot again this winter, so all the reserves are full. So hopefully we're going to follow the same pattern in 2020. But anyway, what I wanted to say, what I feel is that exceptional is getting normal, and because it's getting more and more often. So yeah, 2019, great vintage. After that, if we want to do difference between the different appellations, of course, Saint-Estèphe, which is a cool underground soil, is very advantaged in this sort of vintages because it gives a lot of freshness. On the other hand, Margaux, Saint-Julien are very, very full-bodied and warm and powerful. It's really, these vintages in these appellations are black and strong. It's really amazing. So yeah, that's about it. I hope that you understood everything I said. I'm following my ideas. So yeah, well, 2019, very good vintage again.